beautiful beings of love and light and wisdom. Welcome back to one of my inspirations and daily blogs. So much to share. It has been an amazing couple of days. I spent the night at a friend's house. She's a beautiful soul. She helped a version of myself that was transitioning, let's say, from the 3D consciousness into the 4D consciousness, the version of myself that went through a 12-step group and did a lot of inner child healing. And her birthday was yesterday. So for the first time in 4 months, because Panama is still in quarantine, I stayed at her place and it was just so beautiful. And if you're watching, I love you. And we did this beautiful meditation at night. It was my birthday gift for her. And we just took each other into the depths of the ocean of Atlantis. And wow, we just met with these beautiful, beautiful beings of light. And we created a portal in which we had like a crystal heart. And then we connected the unconditional love of that heart into the heart of all the beings in the circle. And we were mermaids. It's type of like an astral traveling experience, but in the deeps of the ocean. And then we took it even higher and we went into outside the cosmos, into the sun, into the planets and the stars. And the moment we were doing this guided meditation, which was beautiful, it was a co-creation between her and me. Our bodies, physical vessels, energetic bodies, emotional bodies, were getting in a higher and higher vibratory state. We were feeling almost ecstatic. And then we started the Kundalini practice, moving the energies from the lower centers up towards the crown. And we reached this level of ecstasy. Like when we were done, we looked at a lot of other things. We went to the veil of nothingness and we anchored those energies from God consciousness and beyond God consciousness, and the awareness beyond the I, and the sense of unity and connection with the one, and realizing your God consciousness. But all of this in a deep trance meditation state, and connection between the love that we have for each other, that unconditional love, sisterhood, feminine energy, which is so important and so beautiful, such a blessing. And then being in that veil of non-existence and just just the energy rises and rises and rises. And whenever we went back and we anchored that energy back into our hearts, then back into the oceans and back up, and it's all an analogy for you to get into deep and deep states of non-beingness, and your body just feels like tingles and electricity, and it's just so powerful when you're in person with someone. And when we woke up, or we like came back into from this trance and delicious state, we look into each other's eyes and our pupils were like this, like wow, like he was telling me this is exactly how it feels when, I don't know, you do MDMA or exactly, like the state of ecstatic in your body, and just like the pupils like so big, and we're just like wow. And it's beautiful because I'm able to take into these states by myself, sober, through meditation, and with friends that are really close to me that want to play into that game, and we get into these high states. But I had never done it in person because all these transitions are happening during quarantine, which I'm just in my house talking to you through YouTube or through sessions. So it was a beautiful experience to be able to do that one-on-one in person, and the energy was just so high, and we were just like high on love, high on light, high on everything. And it's so healing because as you do this process and you move these energies through your bodies, you are sending healing and light and love. So you not only get to experience the ultimate pleasure and the ultimate bliss, but you heal your body, you heal your heart, you expand the unconditional love that you feel for yourself and for everyone around you. And it was just so beautiful. That's one of the latest experiences, probably the most impactful in the past 3 days. What else? I had also an experience with my mom. We did a heart chakra transmission. That was in a Zoom call, but we were able to synchronize our breathing, and the love that I feel for my mom, it's just so high, and the love that she feels for me is so high as well, that when we set the intention of me healing her heart, the expansion in my heart was so big that I ended up crying of joy. I was feeling so much joy and so much love for her, and she was feeling the interaction. And my mom is getting into all of this for her new age stuff and manifestation and meditation and incense and God consciousness and astral traveling. But for her, this was a new experience. So when I was like doing this with her, she was like, wow, I feel ecstasy, I feel ecstatic, I feel joy. I'm like, yeah, I know. This is what I feel the whole day. And she's like, really? That's delicious. And she felt the expansion, she felt the activation, and it was just so wonderful. And the ones of you that have read my story in my book or my videos of timelines and my life story, my mom was one of the biggest catalysts that allow for me to merge with my higher self, to allow more light in, to finally be able to embody this character that now is raising vibration and sharing her story with her throat chakra opened, full confidence, full empowerment, and allowing my enlightenment moment to moment. But it was the catalyst of her when finally we did the switch of complete healing of our relationship, because we both came here, we chose each other, and many of you, all of you, chose your parents, your siblings, the relationships that you have in your journey as a matter of teaching and learning. It's teaching and learning for you to get to know yourself through other selves, for you to have more understanding, more compassion, more love, more peace, more everything of these high emotions. You wanted to go through this dark night of the soul or this turmoil. And I have had sessions with beings that it's so interesting. It's also in relation to this unconditional love that they had to feel through these relationships of mom, dad, siblings. And anyways, when I finally healed, or that version of myself healed the relationship with her mom, boom, it was like rocket fuel. And I do have practical tools for you to heal that in forgiveness methods. And also, if you wish to have a session with me, I can guide you through that, so it's more practical and not just the overview of how this works. But it was just so wonderful and so impactful that moment. It felt like all of our lifetime together, me and my mom and me, led to that beautiful moment of connection of the heart and openness and crying, and the most beautiful connection you can have with other self, other version of you, other human being, is deep eye gazing and deep transmission, like clearing up your thoughts, clearing up your illusions, your perceptions, and completely allow the unconditional love that you are and the light that you are to shine through your being into the other being. And if the being is completely receptive of you, the other being can feel that ecstatic energy, can feel that love, can feel that light. And tying this up with the experience I had with my soul sister is that whenever you allow yourself to give fully what you are, and through that meditation and astral traveling deep trance that we got into, it was just an analogy for us to merge with what we are: source, unconditional love, light, presence. What it feels when you are in that point of awareness of nothingness is just ecstasy, bliss, peace, unconditional love, because you are one and you merge fully with other selves. And that's why when you are in relationship, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, you feel that that's love, because you get that connection with that one being, which you look into the eyes, you make love, you share a lot. But what if that connection that you feel with your significant other, what you call love, to just let go of those human conceptions, human paradigms, and you allow yourself to love everyone unconditionally. Making love is not just physical. Making love is a way for you to empty yourself, look at other beings' eyes, or be there fully present and give all of your energy without any expectation, without any what I'm going to get from you. It's just, I want to give you all that I am because I love you for your essence. And then you receive that because the being feels that you're opening and holding space for that love. And that's just so beautiful. It's just so beautiful, because when you allow to open your heart more and more and more, you release attachments. You're not attached to one being or one relationship. It's just You allow it to flow. You allow the unconditional love to flow towards all beings. And then the field of consciousness, the field of your reality aligns and places there the characters, the other versions of self, which you need to, not need, but you allow yourself to play with, to get into higher and higher states of existence, higher and higher states of joy, of self-realization, of allowance, of enlightenment. That those new desires can be desires or can be new catalysts in your life are just placed there by your message, placed there by your attractor field for you to elevate. So that is my latest realization, my latest experiences with these two beautiful souls and these new levels of unconditional love and light that I'm able to experience and give and receive. Because as I give, I receive. As you receive, you give. It's just one same flow. It's like an infinity loop. It's just beautiful. And a practical way for you to understand this and embed this into a method that you can release any attachments to any relationships or any outcomes would be, know that every relationship that you have chosen till this moment, it's placed there by you, by higher self you, what you really are, that essence of unconditional love and light, for you to have an experience to know yourself, to love yourself more, to allow more light into your heart, to transcend experience, to allow higher and higher levels of this game of consciousness. And whenever the experience is learned, for you to find gratitude from that relationship, find gratitude from that co-creation of giving and receiving that took each of the beings into a high level of existence. May it be a relationship with your mom, with a friend, with a partner, with a business partner, any relationship, with a pet, with your cat, with your dog, any relationship. And whenever both beings learn the lessons, it's just beautiful because you open a different portal into a new reality in which new things can be created. So for super accelerated existence and allowing higher and higher states of being, whenever the lesson is learned, it's for you to know that you feel gratitude for that experience, but then there's a release. I let go of this experience. I let go of this relationship. I allow for this relationship to evolve into one that brings more light and brings more love. As an example, how my relationship with my mom evolved into one that we are able to share these beautiful energy transmissions. How my relationship with this friend, that for a version of myself, she was helping me ascend, but now it's more that we're helping each other. We're allowing enlightenment for each other, more into a bounce back. So I manifested a version of her and she manifested a version of me that was in alignment with our higher purpose, which is allowing that coming back to source, coming back to the one infinite creator. Beautiful. So 2 things can happen in your relationships. One, they evolve into this beautiful exchange of light and love, or you release and you allow for new things to come into your life. And that's the message of today. That's the update of my story, my live game. Live theme and movie, and probably I'm gonna record the Q&A now. I would have uploaded it already, but just wanted to spend time with this friend that it's so important in my journey, and I know you're watching, so sending you a lot of love. See you on my next inspiration.